We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stutter and Craig. No, you don't get the 96-ounce Coke Zeros Blabs.
You know, it's a good way to die, balls to the face.
And straight from the hood, Phoenix.
It's really enjoyable as an adult male to shit your pants.
And now, broadcasting from our homes around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers. Oh, welcome out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com, and most importantly, SideScrollersPlus.com. What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday to you. Did you have a good weekend? You did? Oh, that's great to see you. Hi, everybody. I'm Stutter and Craig. Big week this week, big weekend behind us, big week ahead of us, as we have a lot to share with you guys. First and foremost, let's introduce the one, the only, straight from the not hood, Blabs.
I want to be from the hood.
No,
Why can't I be from the hood?
Blabs, you are not hard enough to be from the hood.
Yo, my N-words, what's up? Can I do that? Then I'm part of the hood?
You just made it to the intro. I promise you that. I promise you that. 1 minute
That's not
and
what I meant. Anyway, shit.
Let me just
Hi, everybody.
write
Happy
that
Monday.
down. 1 minute and 20
Please,
seconds.
no. Come on, man. I just started.
Nope. There it is right there. 1 minute and 20 seconds.
Fuck. Anyway. Hi, everybody.
My inwards. All right. Sounds good. There we are. We're ready to go. Right off the bat, Blabs is on fire.
She's on fire. Okay, anyway, hi.
How was your weekend? Good?
Really busy, yeah. Lots of the stuff. All the stuff.
All right. Good the stuff. Hey, curious, there's lots of stuff coming from this guy. What's up, Flash?
What's up?
What's the word going on in your life?
Just watching all of this Venezuela stuff. It's fascinating.
Are you from the hood?
No.
I can't imagine Phoenix. All right. There truly is only one person from the hood
I
here.
see him shaking his head.
No. And we're going to spend a little bit of time. Like, I'm not a master of geopolitical situations internationally, but we are going to get into some Venezuela talk here in a little bit later. But someone who 100% is, I don't know if he's blood or crypt, and I got to be honest, I don't even want to know. I don't even want to ask, but I do know he's straight from the hood. It's Phoenix, everybody. Hello.
I can't believe you wanted to jump the line in street cred and being from the hood. You can't do that. You got to earn your stripes there, Toots. You can't just say you're from the hood. You can't just do that.
Why not?
That's not how this works.
Yeah, but why not? What's the reason?
That's not how this works, Blabs. It's
not
not. Honestly, I'm pretty upset at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually a little insulted.
Blabs, you talk like that, you about to get capped.
That's right.
Pow pow, motherfuckers.
That's right.
Actually, you know what? After that, I think you might be ready. Actually, that was pretty hard. That was pretty hard.
Thank you.
Pow pow, pew pew pew. Pew. Listen, I'll tell you what.
Maybe I just want some kung pao, whatever that's called, the Chinese stuff.
I think that's what they actually. Yes, kung pao, everybody. Pew pew pew. I'll tell you this. I back in my slam ball days, I stayed.
Oh yes, in the hood.
Yeah. No, listen. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I was straight up in the hood. One of the guys on my team, no joke, was a hardcore drug dealer. Like, he was slinging that dope all over the hood. And he was like, "Hey, you want to come over to my house?" And I was like, "Sure." I'm talking downtown Compton, right? Like straight in the middle of the hood. There were gunshots going off. There were points where he's like, "Dude, get down." Like, get down. And it was honestly one of the most exciting and horrifying times of my life going there.
I know you were like the only whitey, right?
Oh, for a 5-mile radius, dude. Yeah, absolutely, man. And I.
So is that why you still sometimes say bro and brother?
Brother?
Yeah,
bro.
I've noticed you say that sometimes. When
Yeah,
you
I
go
say
and
bro.
embrace another male, you be like, brother.
What's up,
bro?
brother? Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just Craig Linguist over there. I don't know. It's just,
I've noticed these things over the years, and I'm like,
my vernacular, I guess. But yeah, dude, I'll tell you what, that was pretty terrifying. There was at one point in his house, he's like, get down behind the couch. And I was like, okay. I wasn't sure if he was just messing with me or what, but it was like, and it's like the couch is going to stop a bullet. You know, this is like, anyways. So look, big show today, as always, big show with lots of news happening over the weekend. The biggest news happening this weekend as Homeboy is out in Minnesota, and it all started with a YouTuber, which is great. We're going to get to that.
He ended
here.
him.
Yes,
you see that tweet that he put out?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
ended
yeah.
Tim Walz.
Yes, we will get to that shortly. The Venezuela stuff. We got some public domain talk, and there was a dead body found at Disney World. Another one.
Not my fault.
Listen, you say that, but being from the hood, you may have connections. I'm just saying. And hey, do you live in California? Do you? First off, why? Second off, things are going to get way more expensive for you over there. And we're going to tell you why, especially if you want to buy video games. Yes, it's coming to you. And we do have a noticeable death in the world of video games as well. We'll get to that shortly. And a super Hollywood celeb has somehow run out of money, and they're asking you for the money. They're dark side filling it right here, which is great. Thank you for that link in there, Flash. I'm going to put that in our run sheet today. Appreciate that. All right. So, and on top of that, we have some stuff about the Real Game Awards we're going to be announcing here really shortly. So if you're new, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. Join the 136,000 men who have found us over on YouTube, the over 33,000 who have found us over on Rumble. And quick reminder, once again, voting for the Real Game Awards is open right now. And I'm going to tell you this right now. It is spectacular. You guys really went out of your way. Flash, did you see the announcement of the best content creator of the year? Did you see this for the Real Game Awards this year?
I did not.
Well, I'm really excited to share with you. Voting is live, and the voting members truly outdid themselves this year, as we have a stacked competition for best content creator featuring Kirsha, Asmongold, Legendary Drops, and Kaya, Hassan's dog.
Oh, nice. Nice. Kaya should win.
Yeah. Legendary Drops responded to this saying, I'm shocked by this nomination right here. all the puns here. So we'll see what happens. I mean, this is a big deal. But every single category, all 20 of them are open right now. We'll see if Kaya wins. And I got to be honest, as the only person who can actually see the votes, let me just say this. You need to go vote. You need to go vote if you haven't voted yet. If you're a Plus member, you actually get access to the Real Game Awards. There's a code for you to become a free member over there. So please consider doing that. And if you're a voting member over at the Real Game Awards, make your vote heard. You have now until the end of January. Speaking of the Real Game Awards, coming up on Wednesday, we're going to have a big announcement about what things we have coming up for this year's show. Looking forward to sharing that with you guys, especially for those of you who will be showing up in person live February 23rd for the presentation. It's going to be a great time, man. Very much looking forward to that. That'll be on Wednesday. We'll be talking more about that. Also, quick reminder, we had Blabs Versus this past week where she took on Celeste. Flash, you ever played Celeste before?
No, actually, I hear it's really good too.
Really good.
Yeah.
It is spectacular. Blabs, what do you think of Celeste, huh?
Gay.
I mean, she's not wrong.
Not wrong.
She's not wrong. She's not wrong. But this Thursday, live over at Side Scrollers Plus, she'll be taking on the only game that I've ever rage quit on, and that is Jump King.
See, mine was Ghostbusters.
What?
I rage quit on Ghostbusters.
Which one?
I'm
The
sorry.
one
Yes.
that was it came out on the Wii originally, and then it was remastered and I played on the Xbox. I don't know. I feel like it was around 2010, 2012, whatever.
You rage quit Ghostbusters.
Oh, I so did because the
good
if
video
you're not-
game?
The
Wait,
what?
hold on.
Well, the
Which
Wii one is
'cause
different.
There's several shitty Ghostbusters games.
All right, hang on.
Because
Yeah,
the first
no,
I was
I
thinking,
got
are we
one.
talking about the old NES one?
No.
That
It's
game's
the one
trash.
where they wrote.
the one that
It's considered
is-
part 3.
Oh, I love that one.
I'm talking about the one called Ghostbusters, the video game remastered, and I have it for Xbox One. It's basically
That's
the same thing as the one that was on Wii. But
There's two different ones. There's the Wii one, and then there's the
Everything else
the
one.
much better, the good one. I never played the Wii one.
So it's
Yeah, but
actually
she's saying
really fun.
remastered. That's the one she's talking about. The one we're all talking about.
So if I can actually get it out there. Okay, so I played
This
the
one?
first time.
But this is a
with my
great game.
I played it with my sister, multiplayer on the Wii, and it was the most fun ever playing it together. However, when you're playing it by yourself, your companions, because it's like AI companion, right, are so useless and so stupid that you're constantly trying to res them whilst you're also like getting killed yourself. So it's just a never-ending story of a cycle. As soon as as the difficulty progresses, you're like stuck because your AI teammates are absolutely ridiculous, and you keep having to res them while they res you. And really stupid.
Are you talking about this
so I
game?
rage quit.
Like this game right here?
Yeah.
Yes.
I fucking love this game. This is a good game.
Yes.
This is the real.
Well, she's not saying
Ghostbusters
it's a
3 in
bad
my
game.
opinion.
She's saying that she had to keep reviving. Like she was spending her time reviving everyone. And
Yeah,
I hate
rage
escort
quit.
missions, which is basically what it is.
But like I played it originally on the Wii with my sister. We played it together because you can do like couch co-op, and that was the shit. It was so fun to play. I loved it. Good
Okay.
times.
People are pointing out the AI would be worse on the Wii.
The problem is I didn't have to worry about that because my sister was actually a good player with me, right? So I didn't have to worry about constantly resing.
I don't remember that game having co-op.
Are you talking about this game, Blabs? Like this Wii game right here?
Yeah, that's the Wii
That's
one.
not the one I played.
Okay, so you played the one for the Xbox. Okay, just making sure. This is like the dumbed down Wii
The
version.
one you're showing was never on Wii though.
I
The
played it
Wii
on
had its
Wii. I
own
owned the
version.
game.
Yeah.
The Wii
Well-
one was different. Yes, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
It's
Okay.
almost the same though, because I remember when I play on Xbox, it's like the exact same story.
Well, the point is that you will not be playing Ghostbusters for the Wii or Xbox.
No,
You'll be
I
playing.
will not be playing that anytime soon. It actually made me very angry. I did a
Although-
live stream on it. Some people will remember it. That they'll troll me and be like, "Oh, you're gonna rage like Ghostbusters."
Although we should bring that back. We should, if that's the game that made you rage quit, we
I
should
was
definitely
so
maybe play
mad,
it.
bro.
But you will be playing Jump King
That's right.
this Thursday. Very much looking forward to this. Please join us for Thursday at 3 on Side Scrollers Plus. Blabs slowly goes insane as she plays Jump King. I'm telling you right now, she may not pass the first stage.
What do you
Like,
think the
I'm
death count's gonna be?
Well, there's no death in the game. That's the beautiful thing about
Well,
it.
that's unfortunate.
No, there's
I
zero
quite
death.
like the X's in the corner.
You just fall.
Maybe we
just
count
fall.
the fall as a death.
But I
Yeah.
can be like Loki. I've been falling for 30 minutes.
Well, if that's the case, if we do count the falls, then we may set a record.
It
Like,
may beat
legitimately.
Celeste, which was already tippity top.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All right. So, and on top of that, you guys asked for it, back in November. Was it November we had, or was it December? Well, I don't even remember when we had it. We had the great VTuber event where we had Kirsha, Leaflet, Pickle, and VTuber Blabs. Was that in November? Or was that
That was
whenever it
November.
Hey, you guys said let's bring it back, so we're running it back, bringing them all back. This coming up on January 15th. That is 2 Thursdays from now. We have another VTuber special event, and we talked about it last time, but we are officially announcing that between Pickle and between Leaflet and between Kirsha and between VTuber Blabs, they'll be playing Mount Your Friends. That'll be not this Thursday, but next Thursday. So lots of good things coming up over on Side Scrollers Plus. Please join us over there if you guys haven't. It's a great time to join us and support the show. We'd really appreciate that. So big things happening all over the world in the Side Scrollers universe right here. With that said, Blabs, did you see we actually did post Today in Gaming History on Friday?
I did. I saw my satanic looking thumbnail.
Yeah,
Little
pretty good.
AI altered Blabs making her very evil looking. Yes, I did
It was
see
good,
that.
right? Yeah.
It's kind of scary.
I think we're just going to title that every single day. Did Blabs get fired today?
That's fair.
I think Sam's like, don't do that. It's horrible for SEO and optimization. I'm like, no. We need to try it. Like, I think it's great. So every day you can find out if Blabs is going to get fired. So let's find out today. Let's
Plot
find out
twist.
right now.
She doesn't.
Well, I don't know. Maybe. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens here in the next 10 minutes. It's time for Today in Video Game History.
Today in Gaming History with Blabs.
That's me.
All right, Blabs, I have seen the list on the official Game Facts list that we pull from here. So I'm very intrigued to see the 3 games that you've chosen because there are some good bangers released today January 5th. So please, Blabs, fire away.
Getting kind of nervous.
Banger
Anyway.
day.
Okay, January 5th, everybody. Sonic Battle was released in 2004. You have Bayonetta was released back in 2010. And then Fable 2 Game of the Year Edition was also released on this day back in 2010.
All right, so I just want to say, I hope. Okay, let's play it because Fable 2 is a re-release. I
Yep.
want to point that out. That's not
It is.
the birth of that game.
came out in
It's the Game of the
2008.
Year.
Well, this is the Game of the Year Edition.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good. Well, some noticeable games that you missed today, Blabs. We will disregard the 2 Japanese NES titles released 35 years ago in 1990 and 1991 because I've never heard of these games before, but I'm sure
World.
that's pretty much describing Blabs'
Wait.
life. Wah, wah, world.
Is it Why or Way or Why?
I don't know, Blabs, but I know that we will not include that. But South Park Rally for the PlayStation was released today. This was in the year 2000. Now, this obviously, right as South Park is getting going, Mario Kart is on top. This is for the PlayStation here. You guys ever play South Park Rally?
No.
Yes.
Oh, really? Tell me about it, Phoenix.
Oh.
Do you own it?
I do own it. Yeah, I was just actually
Shut
looking
up.
for it. Yeah, I got it. I'll find it sometime during the show. Yeah,
Okay.
it's actually not good. But it's definitely a step above the original South Park N64 game with if you've ever played that game, that's basically all you heard during that game. You're just throwing snowballs at turkeys. That's literally the entire game.
You're saying it's no Sonic Cross Worlds.
No.
Correct. I'm not, yes, but one interesting thing about it.
I'm sorry. Hold on. What is happening right here, Phoenix? Please tell me more.
Yeah, you have spooky vision of showing Saddam Hussein. And there are different paths you can go on. So like it had a little bit of, it wasn't that bad. It's like a 5 or 6 out of 10-ish. The controls are bad, but it's not that bad a game.
Okay, that's awesome.
I almost want to play it now because of the Saddam shit. That's fun.
Right. The fact that
he's become relevant again because of Mandaro looking just like him.
I'm just saying, I think Craig should do this on Plus and just do Blabs versus Saddam Hussein.
I'm sorry. I should do what, Blabs?
Blabs
We can make
versus
that
Saddam.
happen.
I think that'd be a killer episode of Blabs versus
Me? I was saying Craig versus.
Well, you said Blabs versus, but I think of Blabs versus.
No, I said
Saddam
Craig versus.
Okay, well, whatever it is, anytime we're taking on Saddam Hussein, that's probably a good thing. I'm just saying. All right, some other noticeable games, Blabs, that you missed here. You did mention Sonic Battle for the Game Boy Advance. We did have Sonic Heroes. I believe this is the American version of the game. Previously, we had the Japanese version, I think last week here.
Like an awful Sonic game.
Flash, not a fan, huh?
No, like most of the modern Sonic games are shit.
Okay.
I was going to say it.
Well, this is not so modern. It's 22 years ago now. My gosh. Knuckles, Tails, Sonic right there. Bayonetta released 16 years ago for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 right there.
Darksiders not be what the fuck?
This one right here is the one that you missed, Blabs. Yes, Darksiders. Go ahead, Flash. Tell her about it.
But did I?
I should have had the spot over Fable 2 re-release. Come on.
I agree.
So you're saying this is accurate?
Yeah, that's 100%.
Why am I asleep?
I got to see what else is on the list, though.
Blabs, you ever heard of Darksiders before?
No.
This is a THQ game for back. You can pull off the dragon now at any time, Blabs. Just going to point that out. At any time, you can just pull off the. There we go.
Oh no!
Oh no,
man.
Blabs, what has happened to your camera? Oh no. Okay,
Fucking hell.
wow, and then she's gone. She didn't even want to look at Darksiders here. There's Darksiders right there. Divinity 2 also released. You mentioned the Fable 2 Game of the Year edition. You okay, Blabs? Did you recover?
That's why I didn't want to pull off the dragon.
Oh, because your
I was trying to
camera's going
fix it
crazy.
before I could come back.
Okay. Fast Food Panic was released for the DS, Blabs. Okay. That actually is the right response right there. Amplitude for the PlayStation 4 10 years ago. I don't even know. What is Amplitude?
Isn't that, maybe I'm wrong on this, but doesn't that also like combine like a rhythm game? I feel like it's like a racing with rhythm. I'm not sure.
The Amplitude. Let's go take a look at this guy playing Amplitude here. This is looks exactly like what you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Bingo. It's Guitar Hero with racing.
Okay. This guy looks like he's having a great time. I don't know. You know, it's funny. I went back to the arcade this weekend, the arcade that is awesome by my house, and there was like a puzzle game that I was playing, and I found myself like too far into the game while I was playing this stupid puzzle game, and that's what I feel like these games do here. They suck you in so much that I can't enjoy it, and you just want to beat the game. You want to win. Ridiculous. Now, I am going to be fairly upset with you here because there are some other noticeable games that you missed today, Blabs.
So it's another day that ends in Y.
Including, as we scroll down a little further, Bikini Island Challenge for the PC,
damn.
Blabs. How can you please answer for this, Blabs?
To be honest, didn't see it on the list when I made the list. And in fact, I can actually vouch for it because it just shows it right now. You see how it's in bold on the website? That means it was just added in.
But what do you mean bold?
Okay, bring up the website again. Today, thank you.
Yep.
All right, so you see how it's in bold where it says 5 years ago today, but the other ones are not in bold? That was just added in.
Okay, thank you, Blabs. Well,
so I have a safety net.
I don't want to hear
it wasn't there when I made the list.
Well,
what's better, Bikini Island Challenge or Sex with Hitler?
Well,
I don't know. I feel like you played both of them.
Yeah,
I've never played this one. I never played Sex with Hitler either. I just bought it for people.
This game was released in 2021. This looks like a game that was released in 2021 because this is like God, there were so many games that came out that looked exactly like this at that time, where you had your bar on the bottom of the screen. I mean, look, obviously, this is shovelware disguised as something that, like if they were smart, they'd have a girl running around in a bikini, not a guy in a Hawaiian shirt. Let's just be real, right?
Yep.
But they're dumb. These people are dumb who made this game. Like, what's he wearing here? He looks like I don't even know what he's wearing right here. But like, nobody wants to see this guy running through the.
He runs like he's got a stick up his ass. It's kind of funny.
He does kind of have a little stick butt, doesn't he?
He's like running with like a penguin with his ass on fire. It's fun.
Yeah, there you go. So you did miss that one today, Blabs.
For Bikini Island Challenge, I'm not seeing many people in bikinis.
Yeah.
I'm with you on this, Phoenix.
Why don't they just stand there and shoot at
It's
each other?
like the Epstein Island video game all over again.
Someone needs to make Epstein Island the video game.
No, they did.
But it is.
Did they?
I played the game.
Oh, wow.
I own
Okay.
the game.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, absolutely. They did 100%.
Yeah, it's a total letdown, and like there's like nobody on that island. So there's just a bunch of wheelchairs though for Stephen Hawking.
Yeah. Well, Blabs, we have some other really solid games here. I'm really excited to share this with you, Blabs. There's one other game that I thought for sure would be right up your alley. Yes, the Jumping Muffin, Blabs, right here for the PlayStation 4 and 5 was released in Japan. Would you like to see gameplay of?
Yeah.
Boy, howdy.
Here is gameplay of the Jumping Muffin right here. As you can see, the muffin does indeed jump many, many times. This is your type of game, Blabs.
That's it. You just press the muffin every time.
Look at all these achievements. You're not even doing anything. It says press or hold.
You're just holding the X button down. So if I just do this for 5 minutes, I complete the game.
You get a fucking platinum just for doing this? How much is this game?
This makes me sad.
Blabs, see how much this game is.
Yeah,
the Jumping
right.
Muffin for the PlayStation.
I like
4.
that this is called a walkthrough, by the way. That makes me very happy.
me too. Let's just see how many.
achievements.
Does it stop at 500? That's the thing that you really want to find out is like at what point. Yes, it does. I believe it does stop at 500 here.
Okay, so the Jumping Muffin is like $1.49 on PlayStation.
Okay.
Oh, it's on sale for 30% off. It's $1.04 now.
Your face says it all, Blabs.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just gonna leave it like that at this point.
Okay. Well, there we go, Blabs. The Jumping Muffin, really.
I'm pretty upset about it because I would love to play a muffin game, and that's not it. That ain't it, Chief.
No, would you actually like to play a game where you play as a muffin?
Yeah,
jumping?
it's called Overcocked.
We did play that.
Uh-huh.
We did.
You guys should totally go check it out on YouTube.
It's
That's what I
right.
did there.
Great job, Blabs.
Thank you.
Way to tie it all in. Way to
Yes.
go. Well, there you go. That is today in video game history, everybody. Let us know what you think Blabs did on a scale of A to F. If you think she did really great, give her S+ in the chat or the comments. Please let us know. Really appreciate it. Blabs, how do you think you did today?
I think I did a 10 on 10, but I always think that. I'm practically perfect in every way. I'm like Mary Poppins for gaming history, you know?
Okay. Yeah, just a spoonful of sugar helps the list go down, right?
That's right.
That's right. One other game released today, Phoenix. I thought you'd be intrigued by this one. Arcade Game Zone for the Switch, the generically titled Arcade Game Zone. Like, what is that?
Game. Oh, you know that's just like a collection of shovelware games similar to the Jumping Muffin, I'm sure. Yeah,
Yes.
I have no idea what that is, but render me intrigued.
Oh, well, let's render you.
Basically paying $2 for a platinum.
Essentially.
That's really what that is. I got a platinum. What game is it? Jumping Muffin.
Look at this, Phoenix.
There it is.
These games look familiar. This is $25.
Of course it is.
Are you
Of
kidding
course it
me?
It's fucking Space Invaders.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
Fuck, what do they
kidding
call
me?
it in this?
There's
Hubert.
Just blatantly ripping these things off. Unbelievable. Oh, wow. Okay.
And she didn't put it on the list. Fuck me.
I'm with you, Phoenix. I'm actually kind of
She-
upset.
She
Little
is superior.
air hockey
right.
here. There she is, everybody. Congratulations. Labs, you going to come back anytime soon?
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. Right.
I'm just waiting for an asset to be played. So if it spins around, I'm okay. You see? Don't worry, I got this. It's all planned out. Phoenix understands what I'm talking about. It's okay.
Here you go. Here's an
Yeah.
asset for you. There you go. Go.
That's not long enough.
It's not long enough. It's
No,
6 seconds long.
I'm gonna do it during hard news intro. This was my plan. Come
Okay,
back, don't
well-
you worry.
All right. Well, first, Jay Treed came in and says, so Saturday, huh? So Saturday. Mighty Megatron says Nicholas will be playing Hide the Maduro with Diddy in jail. You Spanish-speaking folks know what I mean by Maduro. Marmalin says they arrested a guy trying to break into and take out JD Vance Sunday night.
Yep, with
Yeah.
a hammer.
Mm-hmm. Torgo says nothing says street like a big stitch on your hat. That's right.
Fucking right, bro. Flaw gave me the N-word pass.
My boy Two Gun Jr. came in. Look at member for 63 months. This is if you haven't subscribed, just do it. Keep putting out great content, Craig, and the rest of the team, guests who appear. Thank you so much, Two Gun Jr. Great to see you, buddy. Eat My Slamwich says Leighton Craig. Thank you very much for your non-American monies. Appreciate your
What is
support.
that, Craig? What currency is that?
Not American.
Oh, for
Tamamo
fuck's
says plan to shamelessly.
That's actually my New Year's resolution this year, to teach you the difference between British pounds and euros.
Yeah,
It's
good
gonna
luck with
happen
that.
by the end of the year.
Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Tamamo says plan to shamelessly shill for Plus since Saturday. Dang it. Now I can't get my check from Craig. Absolutely join though. Memes, riveting, and entirely normal discussion. Or sign up already. Just do it. Thank you, Tamamo.
Just do
Appreciate
it.
that. Just do it. We have, let's see. Lena says, I have Plus. How do I vote on the Real Game Awards again? Yeah, so if you go to the articles on the Real Game on sidescrollersplus.com, you'll see an article that gives you a promo code in there for you. Torque says the government shutdown doesn't want you to know this, but South American dictators are free. You can just take them. It's good. Blab's got Bayonetta. She's not fired. Thank you, Godzilla Goose. Great to see you. It's great. Also, Tenarian says Bayonetta was on today's list, so it's fine by me. Trump wanting to run Venezuela is also fine by me, but I worry that it might embolden China to make moves to claim some territory as well, and Taiwan is already on thin ice. Thank you, Tenarian. Appreciate your support, my dude. Always a pleasure to have you in. And Mercenary says, decent. Not fired, Blaz, until we see better games. And then you're fired. Bayonetta is good. And Vescarbino says, Blab's fired for missing Darkstalkers.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Blabs, you ready to do a little flippy floppy with your camera?
Please, I'm ready.
Okay. It is time for my favorite segment. No, hold on, Blabs. Actually, let's just, by the way, can we just focus in on Blabs really fast?
I'm
and
scared.
notice-
What can I say?
And notice that she actually, even when she's not saying a word, is talking with her hands. Look at those hands. Just
Che cazzo, ragazzi, aiutami. Better?
whatever you like. I like that this is the photo that you chose.
Hell yeah, it's hilarious.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you for that, Blabs. Are you ready?
I'm ready, man.
Okay, let's go and make that switch, Blabs. It's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for hard news.
Hard news.
All right, there she is, everybody.
Behave. Okay. Anyway, hi.
Behave, Tiny.
Don't say it. She
Oh.
might get angry. I live
Tiny.
in fear.
Tiny, shut down.
Dude, it was so funny. I had my nephew here yesterday, and we were playing Jurassic World, and like my camera kept turning on and off, and my brother-in-law was like, "What the fuck's going on?" I'm like, "Don't get her mad, okay?" It was great.
Okay.
And
Thank you, Blabs. Every day there's something, Blabs. Every day you drop a nice little nugget. It's awesome.
it's true though. He's like, "Why is she spinning?"
All right,
It's fine.
the gong goes. All right, so look, hey, big news today.
Craig, I got to interrupt you. Yesterday, I was thirsty, and I wanted to go to the refrigerator, and I did. And I was like, I'm going to get me a Pepsi. Well, I opened up that refrigerator. Turns out there wasn't any Pepsi left.
Probably because you
Phoenix,
should have had a Coca-Cola.
Phoenix, I
instead.
thank you so much for sharing that story, Phoenix.
You're welcome.
I appreciate your hardship there, dealing that there was no Pepsi.
Yeah,
That's
I
really
thought
rough.
it was really good to interrupt the show and let you know that.
Big ups on your Pepsis.
Hey,
Thank
great
Pepsi
story,
pimp.
Phoenix. Great
I
story.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Really great. That's awesome. Good for you. Hey,
Thank
you anytime, Phoenix, you just interrupt, okay?
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
It's great. All right. The big news of the day. The big news of the day is 100% the blowback and the what do they say? FAFO situation happening in Minnesota. As just last week, we spent a lot of time talking about Nick Shirley and the expose of him going from daycare to daycare and exposing all of the fraud and the back and forth that we've seen. It's been nonsense. There was the Leering Center and all the memes that came out of that. And there was some pressure on Tim Walz. Well, that pressure has reached a boiling point today, which we'll get to in just a minute. But first, did you see what happened after apparently they cut all of the funding in Minnesota? There was a Craigslist article that was out there. It was a post searching for, quote, child actors. Did you see this post?
No.
Yes, I saw that actually. Yeah.
Minneapolis Craigslist post in search for child actors for daycare site where funding was, quote, cruelly ripped away without cause to, quote, to help hurry the state vetting process. We are looking to hire 20 actors for 3 days while state is present at the site. $1,500 for the day.
And this is
For
real.
3 days. I did click this. It did go somewhere. It did go to this exact same. It has since been removed.
Oh yeah.
It did exist. Now, doing the math on this, to be clear, this is what it said here. If you do the math on this, 20 kids, 3 days, $1,500. That's $90,000. That's $90,000 to get their license. That is called an expense right there. So the expense to generate more revenue. Yes, Phoenix.
I had nothing to say. I already told you the Pepsi story, so we're good.
Sorry. You anytime you bring your mic to your face, I feel like you have something to say. So here we go. And by the way, this was pointed out that this actually does line up directly over the center of this is ironically, or maybe not, directly over where the Quality Leering Center was. Interesting stuff.
It just keeps getting better and better.
I know.
This is phenomenal to watch. It's phenomenal.
Yes.
And the thing is, look, maybe it's unrelated, but whatever. But we live in a timeline where it's actually feasible. Like that actually might be completely connected.
Now look, some people in the chat are saying this is a troll post. Maybe it is, right? Maybe it is. But the point is that it is believable, right? Like this is something that I could absolutely see happening.
It seems like somebody with a 68 IQ would try to do that and think they could get one over on people, which, by the way, is like the average IQ for Somalians.
Yes. But I mean, I think it is worth talking about. It popped off. There is no community note on this, by the way. So how am I supposed to think for myself when there's no community note here, guys? What are we talking about here? But yes, I think this is crazy believable, you know? As Nick Shirley pointed out, how convenient the Circle Radar is right above the Quality Learning Center. Whether this is a troll post or not, it is something that I could absolutely see happening. Speaking of trolling, Nick Shirley has been doing the media rounds recently, talking with folks. And he said his new favorite hobby is ratioing Tim Walz on Twitter. This is what he said.
So in terms
My favorite new hobby is ratioing Tim Walz on Twitter.
I see you ratioing everybody on Twitter. That's your new favorite hobby, apparently. What's your Twitter look like?
Yeah, I'm getting pretty good at ratioing people like Tim Walz on Twitter because they're speaking like idiots and they're supporting fraud. And it turns out that the majority of the population doesn't support fraud. And so on Twitter, it's been actually crazy. For instance, just the past few days on Twitter, I put out one tweet, over 200,000 likes on me calling out the mainstream media. And a simple tweet of me saying mainstream media is more mad at me than they are at the fact that billions of your tax dollars are being used for fraudulent business. I am not an enemy of the people. They are. I'm with you. They are against you. Remember that. 253,000 people like that tweet. Wow.
So he's done a very good job of ratioing the governor of Minnesota many, many times just by pointing out all the nonsense that's happening in their state here, which leads us to this morning, where now we have the news that Governor Tim Walz has dropped out of the 2026 Minnesota governor's race amid a multi-billion-dollar fraud scandal. Here's the news.
Major breaking political news out of St. Paul, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Tim Walz will not seek re-election as governor, and what a fall from grace this has been for him.
So,
That's ironic, considering you have to have grace in order to fall from grace, and that man didn't have any.
Bingo.
Imagine if Kamala and him had won and he was vice president right now.
I think that's the thing that people really need to put in perspective. A year and a half ago, this guy was in line to be second in command to the free world. That's scary, man. That's scary stuff. And if you think that Minnesota's a dumpster fire, could you imagine what would be happening right now to the entire United States?
Especially with his ties to China, too. Like, there's a lot of sketchy shit in his past.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, people in his own state have not been happy about this. As if you recall, not too long ago, he was given his own little speech at the Capitol, and he was not received very well.
Welcome to the Capitol. It's great that you're all... Sir, you're welcome to come. Let me finish. Let me finish and vote.
Governor said, "Do not come."
So he got booed out of his own Capitol building by people who have just had enough of it. And apparently, according to Polymarket, he had like a 60% chance of winning it. The irony of all this is, like, I've never met somebody who has done nothing wrong who just decided to quit. You know, when there's smoke, there's fire. And generally the guy who lights the fire doesn't just run away from the fire, you know, and be like, I didn't, you know, it's pretty amazing. Which
one of the rumors I've heard, I don't know if you're about to get to it, one of the rumors I've heard is that it's not even necessarily about all the fire that's been here, that there's actually things coming down the pipeline that he's aware of and wanted to bow out before it came out. That's what I've heard.
Oof. Wow.
Not just stepping down.
Well, yeah, the fact that he's going to run out the rest of his governorship or whatever it is, like, yeah, that's crazy. But it is, I mean, I guess it's good, but when is the next election cycle for Minnesota? It's midterms, I guess, right? Is that Is that when it is? I'm guessing. I'm asking because I legitimately don't know. That does give them time to kind of find a replacement and actually put some band-aids on things, I suppose.
Maybe find some more dead people to vote for the candidate. That could be a thing too.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Now, he did take to X and he posted a giant long paragraph, like freaking the Odyssey over here, talking through this 4 pages here. And rightfully so, as you would expect him to do. It goes directly to Donald Trump.
That's the entire platform. Fraud's okay. Everything's okay as long as you hate on Trump.
This was the eroticism fiction letter that I read this morning to help myself power up. It really started my day strong.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Got you excited, huh?
Hell yeah.
That's great. Well, that was it was interesting to see. And Nick Shirley, in his way of ratioing Tim Walz, he's great at his hobby here. Guess what? He did it again. He says you shouldn't put Minnesota first you should have put Minnesota first when you had the chance. Instead, you let billions of dollars of fraud happen across your state. Anyways, I hope Quality Leering Center is hiring. Pretty good right there.
He's going to open up the Walz steak here. What are you talking about?
Right. He's going to get the next governor in, and he's going to be getting kickbacks there. It's going to be interesting to see what Tim Walz's net worth will increase to after his time as the Minnesota mayor. And Nick Shirley once again came in with 260,000 likes on this post. I ended Tim Walz right here. And
Elon, boy.
Yeah. Elon Musk, thank God. And Nick Shirley's right. This would not have been possible without X.
Yep.
And he's 100% right, because you go back and you look, that video on YouTube has like less than 3 million views. It has 160 million views over on X.
There's so many things that would have never really hit the public zeitgeist without X. I mean,
oh yeah,
the Irina stabbing on that bus and a whole bunch of other stuff. We'd have never really known about a lot of that without X, because the mainstream doesn't cover any of this shit unless you force them to.
Well, I'll say this. Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers has said many, many times that Elon Musk buying X, or Twitter at the time, may have been the biggest cultural thing in history.
It is.
I think he's right. I really do. Yeah. You mentioned all those things that would never have seen the light of day. And, X has this reputation by those not on X of being this, right-wing echo chamber, which is ironic because for years and years and years, it was the opposite.
Oh, yeah, it was a left-wing echo chamber.
Yeah.
You would get banned and kicked off of the platform for getting someone's pronouns wrong, which, by the way, you had to click on their profile to go see those if they were even optionally in there. They would still just kick you off. You just go post on something, call them if they want to be called a she and you say he, they'll fucking report you and you would have been gone.
It's amazing. We've heard over and over again that from Elon Musk in particular, you, meaning everybody on X, is the media now, right? For the first time, really in my life, there's always been a thumb on the scale as far as a media perspective, from a social media perspective. The thumb telling you, to think this way. You go back to COVID and you say, well, you can't say this. And even now on YouTube, there's things that you can and cannot say because they're not advertiser friendly or they're against TOS guidelines or whatever, right? Which is why we're thankful for platforms like Rumble. But for the first time, I think when we look back, there have been stories that have broken, that have been broken on X that were not covered by the mainstream media. But what happened with this story was that it was so viral and it had so much momentum that it forced the traditional mainstream media to cover it, which then expanded it. And now look, they certainly have put their own little slant on things, right? Quote unquote right-wing YouTuber Nick Shirley. They've done all the best they can to discredit Nick Shirley as just a kid. He doesn't even have a journalism degree. He's never been to a journalism class, right? And I think that's the beautiful thing about X, is that you can go and just see it with your own eyes. All he did was just show up and say, hey, where are the kids? Just please, are there any kids here? Hey, have you guys ever seen any kids here? And it's not a matter of framing something. He just put it out there and let people see with their own eyes, which is exactly how this platform should be used. It's great. As Officer Lou points out, says 23-year-old Nick Shirley just ended Tim Walz's political career with an iPhone and an X account. That's it.
Hold on a second, though. He's not a trained, accredited journalist.
I know. Yes, absolutely. He didn't go to school for it.
Well, that's what shit the bed was during the pandemic. I'm not saying anything here that no one knows. During the pandemic, all we had was the experts telling us information. When you had the layman, the everyday guy, the tin knocker, who would just go like, wait a second, experimental medicine. Maybe we should do some trials, like just a question. So you had the everyman using common sense, and that was poo-pooed over the quote-unquote expert. And so it seems that side really needs a title in order to listen to anything, even though when common sense is really sensical, it's ignored. So it makes sense that they're really throwing a hissy fit that he's not an official college-accredited journalist, like as though that means literally anything. I mean, look at James O'Keefe and what he's been able to do, and the whole department he's run without needing accredited journalists.
Now, we could also consider the opinion of the top political leftist streamer, Hassan. Have you considered that Israel might have caused this fraud?
I haven't heard this. Is this a thing?
He said we should consider it.
Oh, okay.
It could be Israel's fault.
What a shocking statement from him.
Like I said, I don't know the first thing
Israel did this.
Yeah. I'm not a big geopolitics guy. I'm not a.
Apparently, Israel is also responsible for Venezuela.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Craig, I can help you. Israel's responsible for ... literally everything. That is the.
Okay, well, now we know. Thank you for that.
You brought up to speed.
We should consider Hassan's opinion because he is the top political leftist streamer.
Oh, well, that's good. We should, because does he have a political degree?
He does, yes.
Does he have a
He's one of the only people qualified to talk about these kinds of things.
Does he have a journalism degree?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I think just political science. By the way, C's get degrees, so.
Oh, good point. Well, a lot of people in the chat have been saying this is just the tip of the iceberg. This is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the fraud in Minnesota. And I think they may be right, as this is now being, I don't know, did you guys see the federal child meal thing? This thing going off? Check this out. This is actually a news report. And once again, I talked about this when this whole thing broke. It's forced the traditional media to cover the story. And here's the local media in Minneapolis covering this. Because if you thought the fraud ended at daycare centers and all this stuff, no. It's everywhere. Take a look at this.
In December of 2021, the FBI installed a surveillance camera overlooking this building just off Lake Street in Minneapolis. At the time, it was Safari Restaurant, which overall took in $12 million in federal child meal payments through Feeding Our Future. Safari's former co-owner, Salim Saeed, is on trial alongside Amy Bach, the Feeding Our Future executive director.
That's a white woman.
Yep. She didn't want to be racist. Let's continue here. So 12
More
million.
important to not want to be conceived as a racist. It's then your 30% of your income going to these people. You should be okay with them spending money on Lamborghinis and rental homes, $3,000 glasses. You don't want to be perceived as a racist. So 100 and something days of your year going to taxes, you should be okay with it going to scum.
Well, this place got $12 million, but they justified it. So listen to how they justified it.
Safari claimed to feed 4,000 to 6,000 kids a day. Its invoices and meal counts shown to the jury alongside the video. An FBI.
I mean, if you're feeding 4,000 to 6,000 people a day, specifically children, hey, what a great cause. You know, if you're making sure that just to put this in perspective, if you're feeding 4,000 to 6,000 kids a day, let's just think about that. That's a ton of people.
I can't wait to find out that the population of the entire place is like 1,000 people.
Well, here we go. So they're getting 4,000 to 6,000 people a day, according to their records, right? That's a lot of meals and a lot of money. How many, just curious, how many people do you think they were actually feeding a day?
Oh, it's got to be abysmal.
20.
100.
Okay.
Agent testifying that an average of 40 people came and went
There we
during the
go.
6 weeks it was surveilled.
So they looked at it for 6 weeks and found that 40 people on average went there, not 4,000.
They accidentally
40.
added those 2 zeros. That was
right.
an accidental pen slip up.
That's right.
The FBI set up a total of 12 cameras at sites claiming to serve extraordinary numbers of meals. Another was at a deli in St. Paul, also registered by defendant Salim Saeed, which
Same dude.
claimed 1,800 meals per day. The video shown to the jury showed an average of 23 people a day coming and going. The jury was shown dozens of invoices.
It's amazing. Go ahead, Phoenix.
No, I'm sorry. I was making fun of that guy. The jury.
Okay.
Meal counts and emails seized from Feeding Our Future's headquarters in St. Anthony. Some showed links to websites that randomly generated names and ages to create rosters of children who were served meals. Many were signed or sent by Amy Bach, who's charged with wire fraud, along with bribery for the alleged kickbacks that she received. Her defense attorney tried to raise doubt when it cross-examined the FBI agent.
Okay. How do you think that the defense attorney tried to raise doubt? What do you think? Good idea. Always a good fallback there.
Yeah.
That was Tim Walz. What he said too. Remember, he's like talking about how it's actually white supremacy.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Well, this guy had just a brilliant idea on how to push back on the fraud accusations here, right? They had 12 cameras set up at this place, 12, but
that they didn't see the back entrance where it's possible meals left packed in trucks for delivery. He pushed back, insisting they'd still see congestion. To that volume, he said, I would say it would not make any sense.
so he's saying that, well, you didn't see the back door. That's where all the kids came in, everybody. You didn't see the back door. So look, the entire idea here is that if you thought the Quality Learning Center and all of the medical supply places or whatever it is, all these places up there, if you thought that was it, man, we're right here. We're right here. And that iceberg is going to go super far down. And I want to be clear. This is not a Minnesota issue. This is an everywhere issue. It's not just Minnesota. It's in Washington. It's in Texas.
It's actually global.
Oklahoma.
They're uncovering
100%.
stuff in Italy right now too.
I would be willing to bet half of our GDP is on fraud.
Man, could we
I think what do you make, like 2.5 something? I don't know what the number is, but I bet you half of all of the revenue collected is going to fraud.
Gosh, that doesn't that just make you so like? Can you imagine if your taxes were cut in half, or at least they did something with that money? Like
yeah, maybe
something like,
actually do something with all these social services that they want. Like you could fund all of that easily, but instead, the people that complain about it just put that money in their fucking pocket. Man. How do you think all these assholes that go into government become so fucking rich?
Oh yeah, I mean insider trading and obviously kickbacks,
scam.
1,000%. Yeah, 1,000.
That's why they wanted Doge shut down so much. I don't want that fucking gravy train shut down. All these people are just scum.
I got to be honest. At this point, I am on board with literally everything that's happening in this country. Like I am on board with pretty much everything that's happening, exposing all this fraud, the media being held accountable, citizen journalism coming to fruition, and just the giant plate of poop that is being shoved in everybody's face right now to show just how stupid this country has been for a long time. And you have a president who it just doesn't care at this point, and he's going to do what he needs to get done. And
now try and imagine feeling the opposite way. That's what's throwing me, is seeing this and going, this is horrible. We are going in the wrong direction. Like when you're at the point of defending fraud, or at least not even willing to look into it, if you don't realize you're the bad guy, I don't know what more information you need. You're the bad guy. Sorry about it.
I'd never felt so on the right side of history than right now.
Like clearly, obviously on the right side.
Right. Oh my goodness. All right.
Like
Well,
they're going after that Nick guy so hard on his character. Like at this point, I don't care if he wrote a book and said the N word 10,000 times. I care more about fraud and stopping this shit. But this just becomes so routine.
Well, you don't have a point when someone has to say you look fat. Like if that's basically the equivalent of what they're saying to you is they're just like, I think he had danced with his mother for prom or some bullshit. Like that's what you got in response. There's fraud. Like it's clear.
that was my favorite thing was like in high school, he made prank videos with his friends and then he pivoted into politics. It's like,
gives a fuck.
It was like when he was 15, everybody would be making videos with their friends, pranking people. It's like, okay.
Yeah, but anyway, back to the fraud. Okay,
Right,
like that was fun. Can we talk about the fraud again?
Yes, but disregard the $9 billion.
Yeah.
But he was making prank videos with his friends in high school. Crazy. All right, Tamamo came in, says, Phoenix, you tried the cream pop Pepsi? I posted about it on Plus ages ago as a fellow Pepsi Max enjoyer. It's amazing. It's like crack.
I know what I'm doing today.
All right. Thank you, Tamamo. Jewish Fox is friendly neighborhood crayon eater here with a public service announcement. There was no oil coming out of the ground in Iraq. I saw every road in the Anbar province and not a single oil derrick. Oh, thank you, Jewish Fox. Appreciate the heads up. He also says, nobody I met had seen an oil derrick in any other province. People wouldn't be bitching about stealing oil if a gallon was 74 cents. Thank God Venezuela is free and pray Trump doesn't repeat Bush's mistake. He also says, I'm about to go out in public with my Trump shirt. If I don't make it back tomorrow, Craig, keep being the stud you are. Blabs, keep being a chungus.
What's a chungus?
Go ahead, look it up, Blabs.
Define chungus. Internet slang for a large, often cartoonish, chubby character. What? Anyway, it's because I had all the chocolate over break, isn't it? Anyway.
Oh no. Blabs, are you getting self-conscious?
No, I'm fine. I threw it all up. Remember, I was throwing my guts up, so I actually lost all the weight.
Oh no, Blabs is bulimic. Oh no.
Buddy meme where he's comically overweight meaning something big, hefty, or comically substantially, especially in the video games or memes. I'm a pleasantly plump chungus. Thank you.
Oh no. Don't fat shame Blab. She's not fat. She's bulimic apparently. Oh no.
No.
You said you threw it all up, Blab.
Yeah, I was sick.
Okay, well listen, that's a horrible thing. Don't do that. Don't be bulimic.
Not bulimic.
Good. Erikai says, so how much money did the Kamala campaign get again? Let's Blab, see if you can find that information. The Kamala Harris campaign. See how much money they actually quote unquote raised for that. Thank you for that, Erikai, for the $20. Suck Duck says, so now in assume malice. $1 billion?
That's apparently what AI Overview is saying. It says Kamala Harris' 2024 presidential campaign broke records, raising over $1 billion, with massive early influxes like $200 million in the first week and $378 million in one quarter, fueled by small donors and women. Damn it!
Wow. Yes.
Anyway.
Tim Lee says, it's coming out Walz was involved in the assassination of the dim politician a couple years ago. I mean, I don't know enough about that. Don't want to speak about it, but I have seen those theories. Mercenary says, Nick Shirley is going to release a video in California homeless program soon. Deep State will put a bounty on him. That's scary stuff. Micro Nightmare says, happy for Minnesotans who no longer have to deal with Walz. Now, if only Gavin Newsom can get gone too. Well, we'll see about that. We have this from Island of White Privilege. Came in with $1.
Yeah, it's a random emote, but it doesn't show up on anywhere. I don't know what it is.
Well, thank you for the random emote. Kyle Crowell says, lifelong Minnesota resident now, says, you guys have no idea how cathartic it is to finally have a national spotlight on just how stupid Walz is. That dumb POS has had a stranglehold on Minnesota millennials for years. I love him, seeing him finally fall. Congratulations, Kyle. It doesn't seem like it could have come soon enough. That's who I really want to talk to, is the people this directly affects on a day-to-day basis, is the Minnesotans, right? The Minnesotans, and in our next story, the Venezuelans. We'll talk about that in a second. Mercenary says, yeah, when I heard experimental COVID-19 shot, I did everything to stay away from it. My mom, dad, and sister shamed, admonished, and belittled me for not getting it. Now all these found benign lumps. Ooh, yikes, scary. I heard Tim Walz quit. Shirley, this is great news. Thank you. Z.C. Waltz. Eric came in, says, we are in such deep shat. Yeah, opening free speech up is great, but it feels like we can't shovel fast enough to not get overwhelmed. Waltz is not running is great, but I bet Minnesota just elects another crook.
Yeah, I agree with that. They'll just elect another one.
Yeah.
They're fucking idiot.
Cicero says, taxation is theft. Our own symbol of our labor is taking with the threat of violence and fuels of the evil we see throughout our lives and in the world. Preach. And Epsilon Sama says, was gone for a couple weeks to stay with the family in the Southwest. All this crazy stuff happening makes me feel like Asmongold. Anyways, who's ready for a future Venezuela live stream? And maybe we'll go down to Venezuela. We'll see. Suna says, I almost mistaken Tim Walz as Canadian with that word barf of a letter. TDS is too strong up here, and it's embarrassing. Thank you for that. And McLeod says, it's not this is good, it's this is my team. Remember that, and it all makes sense. Correct. All right, we'll get to the rest of your Super Chats, Direct Donations, and Rumble rants throughout the duration of the show. Thank you guys very much for your support, allowing us to do this on a day-to-day basis here, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Central Time. Glad you're with us today, wherever you're tuning in. Do us a favor, hit the thumbs up button. We'd really appreciate that if you like anything that we're talking about today. All right, the other big news over the weekend was I want to preface this and say I honestly have no idea about Venezuela. I've never been to Venezuela before. I don't know anything about Venezuela. I've seen what I've seen about it, but I honestly could not find it on a map. Can you guys find Venezuela on a map?
General idea of where it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I certainly, so I want to preface that, right? I am not an expert by anything here.
Where was Cabrutus from?
Cabrutus is from Brazil.
No.
Brazil.
Okay.
Yes. So South
Well,
America.
that fucker's next, that guy. So
what? Cabrutus?
No, the the guy who runs their country.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding.
Brazil, yeah.
All right. Well, we saw this. It's funny. I was going to be on. I was on a great show this past weekend. I was hanging out with a couple friends on This Is the Ray, as well as the greatness that is Vaping Games. We hung out this weekend, talked, and he's like, "Did you hear about this thing that happened overnight with Venezuela?" I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about." And so this is what happened. The United States posted this. Or the White House posted this: the United States of America successfully carried out a large-scale strike against Venezuela and its leader, President Nicolas Maduro, who has been, along with his wife, captured and flown to the country. The operation was done in conjunction with the U.S. law enforcement. Details to follow. There'll be a news conference. Blah 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 blah. There we go. That's from the president right there. Now,
it was amazing how fast it was, because I was watching it semi in real time as information was coming over Twitter, and it was just like, as soon as you see it, was like, oh, and it's done. It was lightning fast.
So you were up when all this was happening?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was watching as much as real time as you possibly could, because obviously we're getting things fed a little bit later, but for the most part, saw it from beginning to end. It was pretty quick.
I just remember waking up in the middle of the night, seeing helicopters fly into that thing. What the fuck is going on? It was like 1:30 in the morning.
It was the middle of the night. And this all stems from, this is the quote unquote president here. And
I love this.
He had to say, yeah, this is great.
Venga por mí.
Come for me.
Esperen Miraflores. No se tarde en llegar, cobarde.
Where he says, come for me. I'm waiting for you, coward. And then we'll turn this down. You can see exactly what happened. They came for him, and they came for him hard. They ended up getting him with no casualties, which was amazing, flying into a literal military base and taking the quote-unquote president from Venezuela back to America. Now, this is intriguing, to say the least, right? And a lot of people, like I said, I don't know the international repercussions of all this. It is weird to see the United States just kind of go in and take somebody else's leader. Like, I think that's kind of an odd thing. I didn't expect that. It wasn't on my bingo card. But at the same time, was he really a leader? I don't know. If you speak to white people in the United States, they will say yes. If you speak to Venezuelans, they will say no. right? And I think that's where I wanted
They
to
basically
know.
just stole the election. Yeah.
White liberals know best.
Right. So I think that's where I want to talk about is the reaction to this. I saw this post says, so let me get this straight. 9 months ago, Ukrainian flags. 8 months ago, Palestinian flags. 7 months ago, Mexican flags. 6, Iranian flags. Now Venezuela flags. What is happening? Do these people actually stand for anything?
No.
Yes. And we saw, look at the immediate response here, the protests that were happening. It was like literally the following morning, we saw protests like organically pop up like 5 hours later.
We need to get back to the olden times in America where we just shit on commies all the fucking time. They say there's no good thing. There's nothing better than a dead Nazi or whatever. There's nothing better than a dead commie.
Well, this guy points out some really good points here when it comes to these protests.
Riddle me this, Batman. Explain to me how, after Trump goes into Venezuela in the middle of the night, a couple of hours later, in New York, you have an organized march with thousands of people with banners, signs, flags, and the signs are all matching. They've all been printed. They were at the same print press. Who's working overtime? Who's setting this up? Are these guys paid?
Yes.
Like there is
right.
Yes. Well, some of them are, not all of them. A lot of stupid people are there just to be a part of whatever the fucking current thing is. But yeah, a lot of it's organized and paid for. Absolutely. You can tell by the sign. The signs are the biggest giveaway.
Right. So we saw these protests break out almost immediately because of this, because guess what? Trump bad.
Yeah, they're doing it right now at his court hearing. They're actually fighting right now. Door hosts. Like they're fighting right now. Venezuelans are getting there and beating the shit out of them. I put a link in the thing. There's a couple of clips. I think I put 2 of them in there.
Okay, we'll take a look here in just a second. This was here. It says in an epic sight, real Venezuelans are storming New York City to counteract the white liberals protesting against Trump's Maduro capture. And you could see like just how happy these Venezuelans are. They're all extremely happy to be there. Just being like, yo, what are you so excited about? Why are you silly TDS broken person here so excited? Kirsha came in, says the people protesting and demanding Maduro be set free are either insane or revealing themselves to be communist dictator supporters. Maduro lost elections and stayed in power anyways. That is not democracy. Venezuelans are rightly celebrating.
They love communist dictators. All of them fucking love communism. There's a video of this woman interviewing some of these people. Like, would you rather have Maduro than Trump? Absolutely. Well, he's not white. Number one, he's brown. I mean, you already got a winner right there.
Here's the video that you speak of, Flash. You're talking about real Venezuelans clashing against pro-Maduro leftists in New York City. You can see the actual fight here. They're actually going back and forth. These are traitors and communists who want to see Venezuela people suffer. Communists are on the wrong side of history. Venezuelans aren't having it right here. And you can see it's always the white guy telling them about.
What part of Venezuela you are? 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 You are not from my country. You are from my country. You are not from my country. You are not from my country.
They're trying to drown him out. Do you hear that?
Yep.
They're trying to drown out the Venezuelan. People are fucking scum.
The overwhelming response has been something similar to this. My wife, her family, and all her friends are from Venezuela. This is the greatest thing that has happened to their country in 25 plus years. Like people, Venezuelans are ecstatic about this. Hey, but don't tell it to this guy. What's his name?
Shitbird? Oh, something like that.
Yeah. Here we go. Listen to how
6-letter word that starts with F.
Oh, okay.
That's who he is.
Togaf, right, Blabs?
Absolutely.
Let's take a look and see how he's trying to spin it.
The president, Donald Trump.
I wanted to say a couple things. I knew this video was coming. I happen to like Dean, but I'm also Venezuelan, and what we're not going to do is spread misinformation and disinformation.
Has invaded Venezuela, bombed their capital, overthrown their government by abducting their president.
First and foremost, I need everybody to stop referring to Maduro as the president of Venezuela. That was not legal. We have had elections where a real president has been elected by the people, and Maduro has continued to declare himself the president. Do not call him the righteous president of Venezuela, because he is not. He is also not a president. He is a dictator, was and continues to be a dictator. This is an authoritarian regime.
I also find it incredibly important for you to understand that the president Trump abducted, Maduro, was a horrendous man and a terrible leader for Venezuela and all Venezuela.
I think there happen to be way stronger words and bigger things that we could say to describe Maduro that are not a horrendous man and terrible leader, but let's continue.
This is not about liberation for the Venezuelan people. This is about oil, money, and regime change.
Everybody in Venezuela is intelligent.
But you were
enough
okay
to
with
know
China
that
and
Donald
Russia up that guy's ass? That was better?
Well, this is
because China was just there that day he got taken.
China was there doing what?
They were talking about oil.
Well, of course. She brings up a really good point here.
And regime change.
Everybody in Venezuela is intelligent enough to know that Donald Trump has ulterior motives, and yet it is most definitely for us about liberation, because this is the furthest that anybody has gotten to liberating us. This is a huge, huge, unmeasurable accomplishment. So do not, under any circumstance, undermine it. We know he has ulterior motives. Anyway, everybody and anybody is free to form their own opinions, but I need everybody to stop reading United States media, who for a long time has been using erroneous terms to describe what is going on in Venezuela. Respectfully, if you don't know what is going on from an insider, the opinion is invalid. And not only is it invalid, but it is undermining our happiness and triumph and celebration today. Happy New Year and have a good day.
So this lady, once again, she says at the top, I do not like Trump. I'm the biggest anti-Trump person out there, but shut up. Just shut up. And this goes back to, okay, let's just say it is about oil, right? The press, and from what I've seen, the USA has come out and be like, yeah, it's about oil, right? It's very apparent that the Venezuelan people are very much okay with handing over their oil, their oil reserves, for freedom and democracy. That just seems to be the apparent thing here. We see, Flash, you sent this over as well. The outside the federal courthouse, Venezuelans with Trump flags face off against pro-Maduro protesters here. We saw this as well. They are over here, and they seem pretty happy about our president here. They're back and forth, literally face to face here, going back and forth with these folks who, hey, even though they can't point it out on a map, like myself, they want to have strong opinions and protest against it because Orange Man bad. It's amazing.
Give them what they want. Take them all and put them in a fucking forced labor camp. All these fucking communists. That's where they want to be. That's where they're going to go anyway.
I hope it's the case. I do. I hope that if they all pack up and head to wherever they want to go. No one's stopping them. That's the beautiful thing about America. They can just leave. They can just go at any time. It's so upset. And
that's what I've always wanted. I've always wanted portions of our taxes, since we're paying for it's fucked on anyway, to give first class tickets to anyone that hates the country. You are able to. It's free. You take it, and it's so long as the contract is you can never come back. And we're also allowed to monitor your progress over in the communist shithole that you've decided to go to. That would be the best reality TV of all time. I would easily sign up for this. Easily.
Send them all to fucking North Korea.
Exactly.
Workers.
Exactly.
Well, there's some really interesting things about this. And I think this sums it up very, very well. This guy says, I can't believe what I'm seeing. Every leftist on X is crying about Maduro being removed from power. Every single Venezuelan is celebrating it like it's no tomorrow. This has been one of the most eye-opening days. Is it simply as black and white as Trump did it, so it has to be bad?
Yes. It's the hive mind, and the hive mind just reacts to whatever it's told to do. And in this case, it's whatever Trump does equals bad. It's every single thing they do is in response to him.
What's funny about all of this to me is if let's it be in an alternate history where, you know, we're in the modern times, but Hitler was just now coming to power, all these fucking people would love him and praise him.
Oh yeah.
All of them we'd be running around with Nazi flags.
It's messed up. Well, we talked about Tim Walz, but what about the former presidential candidate and her response? Her response, by the way, to this. Donald Trump's actions in Venezuela do not make America safe, safer, stronger, or more affordable. She's pretty much denouncing the whole thing. This is not about drugs or democracy, saying, hey, what he did, he should not have done it right here. She put the president is putting troops at risk, not a single injury, spending billions destabilizing a region, offering no legal authority, no exit plan, no benefit at all. America needs leadership whose priorities are lowering cost for working families, blah, 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 right there. So she was not a big fan of that. Except last year, that administration actually put a $25 million bounty on Maduro's head. So
did you see that tweet from Biden where he was saying Trump would do nothing about that administration that everyone was hitting on and making fun of?
No, I didn't see that one.
I wish I could pull it up.
Well, some fun facts about this, tying it back to pop culture here. One of the big things we saw last week was the Stranger Things scene where Will, I just want to let you know, doesn't like girls and likes boys. We learned that, right? That entire scene of Netflix television took 6 minutes and 51 seconds. The entire operation to remove Maduro took 6 minutes and 34 seconds to complete. It was a pretty fun, nice little fun fact right there. One other thing is I saw this quite a lot over the last few days. So many people that are just like, I'm tired of America. Death to America. We saw these things. People saying, I hate America so much. They're like, once again, the idea is if you're American, please leave. By all means, don't hit the door. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. But even the fat Pikachu pick X handle, who literally only posts the fat Pikachu pick every single day over on X, the exact same thing over and over again. Let me pull up just so we have reference here. Here's the fat Pikachu pick that is posted every single day on this X account every single day. But even the fat Pikachu pick X handle said, I'm not posting a Pikachu pick today, but you do not hate America enough. Holy F, dude, right here. That's where things are at right now, where even the fat Pikachu pick X handle doesn't like America here, which is amazing.
Can you click on where the fat Pikachu account is located?
Sure, I'd love to.
Bio,
yeah, absolutely. Let's just
wait. Where do you guesses on where you think it's from?
Can you imagine if it's like from India?
I'm saying Canada.
Is based out of the United States.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So fat Pikachu pick could leave at any time. Which
Canada.
I very much do agree with this. I said
could move in with Anissa and iDubbbz.
Yeah, man, they're bringing in all sorts of immigrants.
I like this comment. Pal World is better anyway.
I said I've seen so much I hate the U.S. in my timeline by people who have never been outside their city or state, let alone the country. I mean this with every cell of my being. Please leave. Don't come back. We'll all thank you. And I saw GameSack, who I've known GameSack for a long time, says I actually have a friend who's moving with his family to Ireland for that reason. Man, as flawed as our country can be sometimes, I would never leave it. I love it too much. Is it perfect? No. But man, I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. Like, yeah. Is it perfect? No, it's not perfect. But this is not Narnia. We don't live in fantasy land. There's going to be things that are messed up about it. There's going to be things that we don't agree with it. And what do? You expose those things, which is, I guess that's the issue here in society now, is that we're starting to expose these things and people are upset about it. So the whole thing is just a giant mess. And the irony of all this is that Pitbull, yes, Pitbull, the rapper, yes, he came out and
he's actually experienced a dictator.
Yeah, he hates them.
Yep.
I love this is why like some of the shit in Miami is funny, because all those people hate this shit. Because they've come from a lot of these dictator-ran countries.
This is what he had to say.
To whoever the fuck doesn't like the United States of America, may God bless you, but fuck you at the same time. If you don't like the United States of America, go back to the countries that we the fuck from, and you'll see how much you appreciate the United States of America.
Not wrong. Not wrong. So good for Pitbull right there. So look, it's always amazing to see the reaction, the hive mind nature of these things. And like I said, I don't know the first thing about geopolitics or anything like that, but I just know very simply that the people yelling and protesting aren't Venezuelan, and the people that celebrating are Venezuelan. And that's it. I think that's all you need to know when it comes to this stuff. So we'll see what happens with all this, as always. And we'll continue to talk about these world life events and all the things that go along with it. Phoenix, Flash, you guys get anything to close on that?
Fuck liberal white women.
Okay.
I think this is actually going to be a really interesting thing to see how this all plays out and what this administration's plan is moving forward. Because I think if they can not make this the same shit show as many other times in the past where we've done similar things in wars and stuff like that, if they can get a hold of this, if they can get the Venezuelan people in a good place, and we're making some good deals, like this could be a huge win. So hopefully I think they went in with this with a good strategy. I'm sure they've got a nice exit strategy too. I'm hoping for that.
Sure. That's the hope. Yeah, absolutely. Now I'll say this, gas near me today, $2.12.
That was $2.40 when I filled up on Friday. Wow.
Yeah, that's a win for me. Now, I go back to there's an overview of gas prices throughout the United States. And right now it's the lowest it's been in really since 2021. And that was during the COVID lockdowns, obviously. So nobody was driving. So gas was super cheap. So, or cheap in comparison. So, and
maybe everyone's scared that Trump's going to come in and take their leader where the oil is. So like, fuck it, let's lower those prices.
I think that's the thing that people don't understand is that gas is literally in every product that we have. Petroleum, gas, hey, your iPhone that you have, your phone that your watch that you have on, the shirt that you have on, like your belt, your jean, like it's in everything. And if we have access to cheap gas, then the cost of literally everything goes down. Cost of transportation for your eggs, cost of transportation for all this stuff. And that's a good thing. It's a great thing. So, all right. Some super chats, guys. Thank you very much for your support. Before we get into our next story, which you definitely want to stick around for this. So we have Wiss Levy says, honestly, this fraud situation has me madder than anything except the time my sister's boyfriend broke into our house and tried to knife my younger brother. Well, I think there's probably a good reason for you to be upset about that second half of that, for sure. Yeah. Thank you, Wist. Mercenary says, it isn't half flash. It's closer to 80%. Talking about the income. Jewish Fuck says, I'm not calling you fat blabs. I'm calling you a goofball. You're our little goofball. If I was going to fat shame you, I'd just outright call you a sweaty fat fuck.
I like that nickname. You sweaty fat fuck.
An SFF right there. That's right. Epsilon Zama says, fun Venezuela fact. In the 1950s, Venezuela was the fourth richest country in the world. It was still a rich country till the 90s when socialism happened. Dr. T.S. King says, Venezuela is on the north coast of South America. And the UN doesn't want you to know this, but the El Presidente in South America are free. You can just take them. The Donald at least won at home. Okay, Dr. T. Dylan says, you know, it's weird, but this is how hegemons act. America, did I say that right? I don't know. America is the sovereign of the Western Hemisphere. We are just finally showing it. Thank you. Yeti says,
we run this shit. Monroe Doctrine, bitch.
Let's go. Yeti says, it wasn't on your bingo card, but it certainly was on mine. Here's to the people of Venezuela and their families. May the rebuild be swift and the people free. Let's go. Reese says Medicare had a great tweet about the Maduro raid. It takes longer to get a Qatar pounder. Oh, a quarter pounder at McDonald's than it took to snatch Maddie and Mrs. Maddie. I was like, I have my mind on Qatar. I want to go to Qatar this year. Senator Stiller says the longer I think about Maduro capture, the more I like it. It reminds people to quit poking the dragon. I think the world forgets from time to time since we keep our power reined in. Dude, I'm with you on that. Like, I have no problem. If we're going to be the big gun, let's freaking be the big gun, man. Yeah. And I am on board with that. Pyro Rampa says he's doing what they accuse Donald of doing, and they're mad he isn't what they accuse him of. Thank you for that.
Maybe he should. Maybe he should just take more power and just wipe all these fucking corrupt people out of our country.
Oh, man.
Because it's never going to get better till you get this fucking rot out.
Well, we got 3 years. About 3 years to make this happen, and the first year has been pretty good so far. Wolfwood Wing says they had a commie in a helicopter and didn't do what should be natural. I'll toss him out. Thank you, Wolfwood Wings. Wasp for 10 says we've done this before. Just look up Operation Just Cause. It was the mission where America invaded Panama to capture Noriega. My uncle was 82nd Airborne checkpoint guard in the combat zone in Panama. Thank you, Wasp. Little Caesar says communism is for losers. Communists are a bunch of losers. Let them know, Little Caesar. Let them know. Wasp also came back, says Noriega despised rock music. And when he fled the Vatican embassy, the U.S. Army started blasting rock music for loudspeakers 24/7 to drive him crazy and make him surrender. Let's go. Love that. We have Marigo Tech says Tim Walz quitting at the worst time. Smartmatic's own wiki says Chavez hired them to replace Venezuela election machinery in 2004. Defamation lawsuits are still being challenged. Thank you for that. Micro Nightmare says liberals and leftists who defend Maduro genuinely baffle me. How much has TDS rotted their minds? It's nuts, man. Drev says L today, or I guess today is my birthday. It says it's supposed to be an L there, Blabs.
No, there's a random L in there. I just threw it in there by accident.
Today is my birthday, and I know the answer to life, and I am now the answer to life, the universe, and energy. If that wasn't dorky enough for you, praise be the Space King. Thank you, Drev.
Happy
Appreciate
birthday.
It. Happy birthday indeed. Norm says, with the money Tampon Tin Nate made from his fraud apparatus, it makes sense why he was chosen to be Kamala's running mate. Yeah. Thank you, Norm. Great to see you. We'll get to the rest of your supers, direct donations, and Rumble rants throughout the duration of the show. Flash, I know you had baby duty. Did you need to roll today, or are you good to stick around a little bit longer?
Yeah, I should probably go.
Okay, sounds good. All right, buddy. Hey, everyone, go check out Yellow Flash. His link is down below in the chat. Yellow Flash 2 on YouTube. You can find him over there. Anything you want to say before you bounce?
Fuck commies.
That a boy. There we go. All right, buddy. We'll catch you later. Okay.
Have a good one.
And off he goes. Off he goes. All right, let's lighten it up a little bit here. This is
Crib death.
Yes, let's go lighten it up a little bit here for Yellow Flash, as a dead body was found at Disney World after a series of deaths rocked the resort this last year. So Blabs, you wanted to talk about this one. Give us a quick rundown. Where was it found, and how long had it been dead?
Disney Springs, but they don't have a whole lot of details about it. But they're saying it seems to be a suicide. Which I guess if you're gonna go and unalive yourself, the best place to do it is at the happiest place in the world.
Yeah, ruin everybody's vacation by finding a bloody carcass there or something.
So they don't know any of the details, or if they do, they're not saying it. But at the bottom of the article, there are 5 other mentions of deaths, because this is the very first one that's happened at Disney for 2026. However, it's actually the 6th death since October 2025 at Disney.
Wow. 6 people have died at Disney since October?
Yep. So it says it right there. First, the 31-year-old Disney superfan Summer Equits was found dead on October 14th.
Oh, yeah.
Then October 21st, a man in his 60s was found dead on a Disney World trail from a pre-existing medical condition. Just 2 days later, on October 23rd, a 28-year-old died after jumping the 12th floor. And a woman in her 40s was then found dead at Disney's Pop Century Resort November 2nd, while on November 8th, a body was found at Disney's Saratoga Springs Resort. So as you can see, these people are all unaliving themselves at Disney.
Okay. I'm gonna get really.
I'm gonna get cannons, Phoenix.
I'm gonna get really morbid here for a second. Yeah, there we go. All right. Hey. All right. I'm not saying anybody should do this because look, you're worth it. All right. Don't go out and don't go ending yourself. But
is there a but? A but.
But
if you are gonna,
these
don't ruin it
people,
for other people.
Well, no, all I'm saying is that these people all over here, like they obviously felt very inclined to go to the happiest place on earth and to end it, right? So they thought about this at length. At least you'd like to think about it, right? You'd like to think that they thought about it. If you were to do this, what place would you go to make everybody's life miserable? What, Blast? Don't look at me like that. It's just a question.
What the fuck kind of question is that?
It's dark. It's just a dark question. That's all. It's just a dark question. Don't be all weird about it.
Don't be all weird about it. Why are you even thinking this? Who thinks that? Like, damn, bro. If
Think
you
it's
really
part of
have
the
to
story,
go
Blast.
alive yourself, where would you be to cause the most problems for everybody around you?
Well, the DMV is right up there.
It's part of the story, Blast.
Even that much worse.
Yeah, because the lines around your DMV are so long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's make it worse.
Terrible.
I'm just saying, Black. Like this is
Chet's
not a
is
weird
the quality
question.
Leering Center.
Like people going here and they're just going to Disney World. They thought about this. You know, I
think I would wait to the very end of like a movie that had a surprise twist ending, right as it's about to happen. Ba-bangy, and then it ruins it for everybody.
Oh, that's the worst. That is the worst. Unbelievable.
Pivot.
Well, I mean, you're the one who brought it up, Blabs.
A christening.
I did not bring it up. I just said Disney's got some type of issues.
A christening? See, Phoenix gets my dark humor here. This is bringing life into the world. God bringing one child under while taking another one out. It's pretty outstanding. No.
Pivot.
Not Blabs. No, it's a good.
No.
Okay, whatever.
Terrible.
I know that's kind of the idea. It's part of the fun, Labs. It's good. All right. Uncultured Barbarian says, as someone who has seen administrations going back to Carter F up so many military operations, I admire the precision. Thank you, Uncultured Barbarian. Appreciate your support. And Cenarian says, I recently rampaged through Venezuela myself in Mercenaries 2. I did that shortly after saving North Korea in the first game. Now to liberate New York from commies and freedom fighters. And they say gamers are lazy. There you go, Cenarian. See, you have things in order right there, which is nice. All right, let's. Hey, I have bad news for some of our wonderful normal men who live in California. Did you see the news, Phoenix? And I know that you are far away from it, but PlayStations, power tools, and more will cost Californians more due to the battery recycling fee, which has now been added here. A 1.5% fee added to the product. This is a surcharge that came in effect with the brand new year. So anything you buy with a battery gets an extra 1.5% fee to dispose of the battery, but it'll be capped off at $15. The charge is being implemented under California's covered electronic waste recycling program, which aims to drastically reduce battery embedded waste across the Golden State here. So this person points out, is there anything in California that you don't tax?
Exactly.
Yeah. So, hey, bad news for anybody who wants a PlayStation or anything over in California. That's crazy. I don't understand the draw of California. I really don't. Like, I've been there.
The weather.
Yeah,
well,
it's the weather and that the fact. So I'm with you, Craig. Having lived there, I'm with you 100%. But it is the weather, and it's the fact that you, like, in any direction, you have another experience. So, like, 1 minute you can be skiing, and the next you're on a beach. It's obviously so perfect for filming because it's always, like, let's say you take LA, it's always a consistent sunny. So it's kind of the perfect place that has the perfect temperature for most people.
I get that, but is it really worth paying all that money?
No.
If you're loaded.
But who is? That's the thing. Most people in California aren't loaded, right? They're making more money, but it's also going back. I remember clear as day. This was 15 years ago now or whatever. I had a guy who worked for me who was like, hey, I got a job offer in California. They're going to pay me $60,000 a year to go work there. And it was at a gaming company out there. I was like, look, you need to understand that $60,000 is the equivalent to 30 here, right? And he's like, no, they're going to pay $60,000. And he went out there, and guess what? 6 weeks later, regretted everything about it. And guess what happened? Ended up coming back to Texas after all it was said and done. Went out to California, tried to do it. Hey, they'll pay you more out there, but you're paying back into that state. And I'm sure Nick Shirley has some sort of report coming out about the fraud and abuse that's going on over there. I'm sure that's coming here. So what year was that tour go? That was probably 2009 or 10, I would say. So yeah, when that happened. So anyways, bad news there, California friends. Rough stuff for you. Speaking of California and the rough life of living in California, did you see the news for Mickey Rourke?
Yes.
As he's about to get evicted from his house. So let's take a look at this. As he has opened a GoFundMe now. This is
last I checked, it was like 9,000 out of 100,000, something like that.
We'll take a look at it here in just a minute. But Blaz, what do you know about Mickey Rourke?
I didn't really know who he was until this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, who?
You ever seen Sin City? And maybe something you saw. Okay.
Denied.
I think the amazing thing about Mickey Rourke is he's a dude who has seen pretty good success, thought of as a really good actor, obviously had a lot of struggles over his career with drugs but he's super talented. He was in The Wrestler.
Yeah, that was his big comeback. Yeah.
Yep. Randy the Ram Robinson right here.
Great movie.
And, yeah, it was very good. Yeah, he was in Iron Man 2 in 2010 after The Wrestler came out. Been in some pretty big films. He had his big heyday was in the 80s, his coming out party. Well, now he can't afford to live where he wants to live. And he says, this is the GoFundMe right here, looking to raise $100,000, $72,000 raised for Mickey Rourke.
Wow.
Here.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah,
I was way off.
Yeah. Someone $5,000 right there. It says Mickey Rourke entered American cinema like a force of nature, raw, fearless, utterly original. By the way, this is totally AI written. In the late 70s and 80s, he wasn't just a movie star. He was a symbol of something rare. Danger paired with vulnerability. Toughness paired with heart. Blah, right there. But things have gone downhill as he launched his fundraiser here. And his net worth apparently just about $50,000 at the age of 73, which tells me that he has not done a very good job of saving his money and has not prepared himself for retirement very well.
Well, also because in that second article, it went from he had around $5 million for net worth, and then it dropped to $50,000. So this guy is just really #bad management.
Yes. Wonder how he made that jump from 5 million to 50,000. It's a pretty big jump.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Yes. You would think that if you had $5 million, you just buy your house, right? You just take ownership of it so you don't have to worry about that cost anymore.
Maybe it was so expensive he couldn't.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I think he had a place in New York City, I think, that went up recently for 12 million. So he may have owned it at some point.
Wow. He sold for 12. I mean, if it's up for 12
something
million,
like that. Yeah. I can look, but I think so.
Then I got to be honest. Don't know if I necessarily feel bad for him.
I don't really pity the man, no, because you had all this potential to be smart about your money and you weren't. And now doing a GoFundMe seems pretty tasteless, you know?
Yeah.
Pretty tacky. There's people who genuinely need money out there, and here you are.
The people in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Right. Well, hey, there he is, right there, ready to go, ready to take some monies from everybody. I wonder what he's going to do with it. Oh, that's right, pay off his house or whatever. All right, so rest in peace, Mickey Rourke. At least his house right there, which is really sad. Hopefully, he doesn't go to Disney World anytime soon.
Damn, bro.
Sorry, that's pretty fucked up.
That is.
Blaz, while I get this next story pulled up, will you please read off a few of these wonderful super chats that support our show?
Right. Good gravy. Anyway, Spencer says, for 10, says, Paige and Caleb Hammer. Hero says, isn't the same state that also wants to have pure EVs after 2035? So only EVs sold in the state, and now there's a battery tax? Mercenary for one says, here's the thing, Flash. Trump can do all that he has to do is sign the Insurrection Act into power, and boom, all the rock gone. Uncultured Barbarian, that's a great avatar. He says, as someone who has seen administrators going back to Carter F up so many military operations, I admire precision. Hey, didn't we just read this one? We did, I think so. Some of this isn't clearing out. Shout out, StreamYards. Max says, dude lost 70-30 in the last election. He was far from legitimate. I feel like I got those too. Almond John for 5 says, if a certain big-nosed lawyer hadn't been given white powder to his children, you could have got him on the show to ask about the Minnesota situation. Simple Guy says, you can look this up really easily, just as Tanya says they're commies, blow the shit out of them. Okay. The Venezuelan ordeal wasn't on the run sheet for today, was it? It was. Endemian says, screw all those U.S. haters. Who else would you rather have? The Chinese, the Russians? No chance. I live in Africa, and I wish Trump would help sort out some corrupt idiots here. Yeah, good luck with that. Mercenary says, Costco gas prices are $365 and $409 respectively, and that's cheap compared to other places even though LA has it for almost under $2. And then Screwy just says, Phoenix needs an emote. This is true. There are no emotes of Phoenix on our show.
I 100% agree.
Just put a birthday cake.
Hey, happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
It's great to hear. Great to hear. All right, let's do some streamer stuff here. Or do we want to talk about? Oh, are you kidding me? Hold on, Blabs. Hold on. I got to pull this up because
what?
Look, we talk about just a quick hit. Did you see the person who tried to break into Vance's
JD's
homes?
No.
William DeFore goes by Julia.
There you go. Shocking.
It's fucking people, man. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right. Well, of course. All right, some better news. Did you see? Well, I guess this is better news. I don't know. It's kind of interesting news in the world of streaming, and maybe one day we'll eventually get to this point here. But an AI-powered VTuber, Neuro-Sama, the creator of Vidal 789. We talked about this person, the creator before. They broke in the hype train record on Twitch for a third time. Now, Phoenix, have you seen this AI VTuber and the creator of Vidal? Have you seen this
No.
It's actually pretty entertaining. It really is. I've gone in and watched some of the stuff. The Vidal is the real person. The AI VTuber is Neuro-Sama, and they have a back and forth interaction. It's
a real person talking with a purely AI cartoon character. Is that the idea?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. The channel now has 296,000 subscribers over here. So, I mean, good for them. I think that's awesome. I mean, it's good for him, really, more than anything. Not good for them, but yeah, this has been we talked about this probably 6, 8, maybe 9 months ago, where this was something that someone's like, you should get them on, or when I say them, the person and the AI companion. But breaking a hype train record over on Twitch, it's pretty impressive. You got to have a pretty large audience right there. But this guy's found a niche, and he is capitalizing on it over there. It's great stuff for him. And said it's gonna be a thing, man. These AI creators are going to be a thing, 100%. And you may be watching one right now. Maybe not us, but I mean, like in your viewing.
It's actually me. I'm not real.
That's true. Blabs is the AI robot, which is
Hi.
It explains so much.
That's right. But there's more here, as there's a Twitch streamer called, in other Twitch news, a Twitch streamer named Swifty has been permabanned after food delivery streams right here. So Twitch streamer Swifty claims he has been permabanned by the streaming website after doing a number of food delivery streams. Over the last year, Twitch has become the main platform for a number of new online stars. However, the Amazon-owned platform Still gets plenty of OGs going strong that have been around since the Justin.tv days. Okay, he says, however, on January 5th, he revealed that he's been permabanned on Twitch following a series of streams that were focused on him making food deliveries. I thought everything was fine. I was streaming today, and then one of my mods, Ava, she called me on the phone and said, your channel's gone. My channel is permabanned. To me, it's a huge shock. I can't believe it. I've been streaming for 14 years, never gotten in trouble, never gotten a ban, never got a suspension. I just got permabanned. He noted that he's been doing food delivery streams to, quote, make ends meet because January and February are the worst ad revenue months of the year. This is very true. In the world of online creation and really all creation online as far as content creation, TV, radio, news, anything where you're making anything that people are consuming, the fourth quarter is the best quarter. The first quarter is the worst quarter. So January, February, March, pretty dog shit right here.
Just for clarity, though, I'm
yes.
confused. A food streamer, is that the idea that he actually like goes, he's talking to the camera live, and then he's making delivery to normal folks, and then he goes up to their door live, and is that the idea?
Well, that's what I'm confused about too, because I was looking into this and trying to understand how this guy was getting permabanned. So the way it's like Twitch apparently didn't give him a reason, which I find it very weird. But again, it's Twitch, so entirely possible. But I was looking at the terms of service too, and they're basically saying you cannot do anything illegal or all these other things. Like especially, I think it's number 10, like prohibited conduct, right? Don't break the rules. So I mean, technically speaking, it depends if he's on his phone, like actually holding his phone. He takes his hands off the wheel to touch the phone, right? That's considered breaking, terms of service and things like that. But also, like, is he accidentally showing addresses and stuff of the people that he's delivering? Because that could be somehow an invasion of privacy and whatnot. I don't know. So I feel like there needs more clarity here.
Well, I mean, there's speculation here. Possibly the idea of driving while streaming, maybe, perhaps, but that hasn't stopped anybody in the past. We'll have more examples of that. Kick is just saying, hey, dog, why don't you just stream on our platform? And like, that's the thing is, you were on Twitch. Use this opportunity to promote to a new platform. Like, sorry, Twitch, you lost me. Let's go make more money over on Kick, bring that audience over, and you have a great story. Let's use it. Here's why streaming on Twitch when driving isn't a big deal, because remember Extra Emily? Mm-hmm. Well, here we are. She nearly crashes while not paying attention right here with other streamers in the car. Why is this person still on the platform?
You get the best of both worlds.
It concerns me that everyone could see whatever the hell road hazard she was avoiding, and she still didn't see it. Okay.
She had no idea.
I had no clue.
No freaking idea right here. I'm tired of talking about this lady, and I don't understand why she has any sort of platform. Like, literally, she should not be on Twitch.
Nope.
Like, it's just a constant thing. And we have more here. Crashes into a cop car with her bike.
On your left. Hello. Bing bong on your left. Thank you. Oh, are you okay?
You could have planned it out better if you tried.
Right next to the police officer, too.
Mm-hmm.
I hope she goes to Disney World.
Oh my God.
That's like the best new insult. I hope you go to Disney World.
I hope
you stay at the 12th story floor of a hotel at Disney.
No. I hope she goes to the happiest place on earth. That's all. Now, Blabs,
the heavenly place.
No. I just want her to go to the happiest place on earth. That's all. We have this. Blabs looked for Twitch streamer car crashes here, and if you scroll down, you'll just see
there's quite a bit
just getting in car wrecks while streaming.
Which tells you that there's a pretty big problem.
Yeah. Probably shouldn't be doing this. Just throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there. Not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. My God. I hope we get to a point to where the whole IRL. I know IRL streaming is like the thing, and it is fun to share experiences with people. I get it, right? But I just don't know why people need to be sharing their entire life. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So, All right. Let's go ahead and move off. This is interesting. What is going on with this? Hold on. But first, Modest Rat says, hey, bada bing. I'm back on Rumble. No idea what happened. Couldn't buy Rumble rants. Anyways, gonna be honest. Nick Shirley's mom's hot. Happy birthday, Phoenix. Blabina fired. Craig at the high. Have y'all seen Nick Shirley's mom? Is
her name Stacy?
I don't know. You tell me.
No, I haven't seen it. Do we have it? Maybe we can pull it up.
Yeah, but let's see if you can find Nick Shirley's mom. While you do that, Ruddy came in and says, as the blood drains from my wrist, the last thing Rourke sees is a guy in a Mickey costume on his smoke break of fitting end. Oh, no. And Tamamo says, I choose the M25. It's the motorway around London. Think a highway around New York. In the show Bad Omens, it was made to make people mad and generate energy. For heck. Also, happy birthday, Phoenix.
Thank you for being the only one that remembered. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, Blabs, did you find Nick Shirley's mom?
I'm trying to make sure this is the right woman, because when you go and look up Nick Shirley's mom on Twitter, you get a lot of different options. So I'm assuming this is it. That's his mom.
Let's see real quick. Nick Shirley's mom.
That because I'm getting multiple images of this woman. I guess that's her.
Okay.
The end.
Not my cup of tea, but you know, to each their own. You know, right?
Yes.
Phoenix, your thoughts on Nick Shirley's mom?
Yeah, she's a mom. She's a mom. That's what
She's
I
a
put
mom. Yeah. Maybe that wasn't the best. Maybe that wasn't the best. You know, picture of mom there. I don't know. Maybe here's another picture of Nick Shirley's mom right there. Kind of has crazy eyes going on, but that's all right.
A little, yeah.
Little insane. And here's Nick Shirley and his dad. Like, why are we looking through these things? I don't know. It's the internet, you know. Nick Shirley dressing as the 1970s guy as he went to prom with his mom. Hey, whatever. It was COVID at the time, I'm sure. Oh, hey, Delta came in and says that's cool. Disney could be a historic like Japan's Suicide Forest. Damn, Delta. My goodness. All right. We have this.
Do you ever hear, I'm sorry, real quick. You ever hear about that horrible death that happened? I think it was on the president thing that happened, like at Epcot. I'm pretty sure it was that. You know how like the stage turns around? You know what I'm talking about? It swivels around. From my understanding, someone got crushed in between that turn. They got crushed and then grinded into the.
I appreciate that there's no safety guards on that at all. It's like, we must continue to push. It's like some 250-pound guy.
Okay.
Oh, what'd you find, Blabs?
According to Google AI overview, the Epcot grind death
There we go.
refers to the tragic industrial accident in March 2019 where 58-year-old George Walter Dwayne Grimes died at Walt Disney World's Epcot after falling from a cherry picker while working on a construction site behind the France Pavilion. An incident investigated as a single-person accident with no foul play.
Oh, that's another thing. Okay.
How many times are people dying?
By grinding.
So next time I go to Disney, if I go to Disney, I'm going to have an entirely different
documentary on how can you die at Disney.
Yeah, I'm just going to go in and just really think through, have a different perspective on going to Disney World.
Don't go on a sad day, Craig. Don't go on a sad day.
No. Oh my gosh.
Isn't there that meme like 12 Ways to Die or whatever it was?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that can be a nice little documentary produced by Craig.
Yep.
Disney.
All right. Real quick on the Tim Walz story, real fast, is before we finish up with a little bit of video game news here. We have this. This is kind of funny. Apparently, Tim Walz is walking out on reporters here. It says reporters audibly furious at I always like to see these because I'm curious to see if they were audibly furious after Governor Walz abruptly ends in Bolsonaro's press conference announcing that he was dropping out of the 2026 race. Let's just see if they're audibly upset. Let's see.
I'm proud of the way we treat our neighbors. I'm proud of the way that we welcome people to this state. I'm proud of the way that we innovate. And I'm proud of the way that we are optimists for the future. No one's taking this away from us. Not the fraudsters. Certainly not this president. Not on my watch. Tomorrow, I'll be back with you. I'll give you an update on America's best paid family medical leave program that is now a week into it. And at that time, I'll take all your questions. Thank you all.
Oh, this was 100% pre-planned. You heard the guy coming in. Thank you, press. Thank you, press. Right as he finished, they knew, no questions at all. Let's hear it.
Thank you all.
Thank you, press. I'll be back tomorrow. That's all. More tomorrow. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Crowd control.
Oh, all right, I guess. All right. The guy in there.
Thank you, press. You said you were going to take questions. Why didn't you?
Thank you all. We'll be back tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you.
I like how he says not on my watch. He bought that watch on fraud money.
Well, he doesn't actually mean his actual watch bought.
Well, I'm just saying.
You understand that's not what they mean when they say not on my watch, right?
Yeah,
What?
but I know. I'm just saying it's ironic because I bet you that watch that he's wearing is fraud. I understand the whole expression. I do. I just think it's a bit funny. Tying it all in. It's fine.
Would have been great if you just camera spun around just at that moment.
It's my head right there spinning around right there. Just wait.
Damn. You're drowned out, by the way, when the gong plays.
Oh, I know Blaz was making a joke. I know. It's okay. just funny, the timing on it. And Tenarian says, driving while female and Asian? That's a double whammy. Wow, okay. All right. All right, we'll get to the video game stuff tomorrow. I actually do have some fun stories here when it comes to a guy who has every single Xbox 360 game. He's got a big ass collection. I can't wait to share it with you guys tomorrow. So, and it all fits in the corner of his house, which is great. So
It's not you, is it?
no. I don't have every single Xbox 360 game. By the way, we are 5 yellow supers away from our Montez goal today. We're on a streak right now. We're on a 5-day Montez streak. So let's see if we can finish that up.
And did you know that tomorrow is the 1-year Montez anniversary?
Yo!
I somehow have to make that thing.
Christ.
I don't know how.
All right. Can we I'm sorry, real quick, Blabs. What is this story?
What?
Real quick, let me pull this up in just a second. But first, Taker says the Don used the claw from those claw machines to capture Maduro. He was quoted saying, Phoenix impression. Oh, go ahead. Phoenix, can you give that impression right there?
Is this a Donald Trump?
Yes.
I would have got him sooner, but the claw, that damn pesky claw, opens as it rises, making it harder to get the prize, the big, beautiful prize.
Speaking of the claw game, I watched Naked Gun, the reboot of it, over the last few days. It's great.
It's not bad, yeah.
I heard
it's
good
hilarious.
things.
Yeah, it's really freaking funny. It's really good. I very much enjoyed it. Speaking of Drevin, like Frank Drevin, Drev came in and says, based on your description, it sounds like it would have been a carousel of tomorrow, the carousel of tomorrow.
Maybe it's that. Yeah.
Yes. Nintendo says, Mahong side scrollers. Did you hear Trump mention the Monroe Doctrine? He's been calling it the Donroe Doctrine now. And happy birthday, Phoenix. Mercenary says, happy birthday, Phoenix. Mine's on Thursday. Hey, well, so is Phoenix.
Yours too?
It's good. All right, just a real quick hit here. Northwest. I know that sounds crazy, but isn't that the name of Kanye West's kid?
That is. That's the whole article. That's the daughter.
This is a 12-year-old daughter here?
Yeah, that's her.
Okay, let's go scroll down here.
If you scroll down, it's a nightmare.
Okay, for fuck's sakes.
Can you imagine letting your 12-year-old daughter walk around like that?
All right. Northwest debuted another bold look on TikTok. The fact she has a TikTok is insane. Sported black grills and turquoise hair. She also rocked a bridge piercing, a piercing through the bridge of the nose, though it's unclear if it's real or fake. Her equally eye-catching outfit included a pleated gray mini skirt, black fur boots, a baggy white t-shirt, cuff, whatever, okay? But the real showstopper was her custom skull necklace decked out with a total 106 carats that she got from her mother Kim Kardashian for Christmas. I hate everything about this post.
I like that they had to spend so much money to look so ugly. Like
Right.
it's hysterical to me.
Why do you put this in the run sheet, Labs?
Because it's news. And I want
Is
to see
it?
your reaction as you have a child that age.
Okay, thank you. And I appreciate that.
Yeah, like Craig, what would you do if, God forbid, your kid goes up to you and is like, listen, I have this new look that I'd like to do, but here's the best part. It's $350,000.
You know what I would do?
Whack him on the head? No.
I would immediately, without hesitation, go remove her from school, remove her well, she doesn't have social media, remove her phone, and I would immediately move to the deserts of Utah. That's what I would do. 100%. I can't even fathom that as a parent, let alone help push that idea, right? What is 100 and how many carats? 106? How much is 106 carats of what, diamonds? I guess diamonds worth. Let's just find out.
It says maybe over 12 million.
What?
That can't be right.
There's no way.
106 carat diamonds cost varies astronomically from potentially millions for floss, high color, or natural stones. Some even sold for over $12 million at auction.
Okay, that's got to be like a single stone, but regardless, that's worth millions of dollars around her neck.
100 carat diamond can sell for $12 million to over $30 million at auction, according to Sotheby's. Or if it's a 10.6 carat IF diamond, $500,000.
I don't know how anybody can look at
Considering I wouldn't allow this even if it was for free. So anything above free is already pretty fucking bad.
Disgusting. Taker says, some more just for that impression, Phoenix. There you go. Look at that. Phoenix got a little Trumpy Trump right there. All right. Let's see. I think that's a great place to wrap today, as I'm getting phone calls right now from the internet.com and all sorts of stuff. With that said, guys, thanks for hanging out with us today. Do us a favor, hit the thumbs up button as we wrap up for the day. Thank you very much, Darian, for the driving while female. All right. Guys, appreciate your support. You guys have a great rest of your day. We'll see you guys when we're back at it tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central Time. Videos coming up on the channel throughout the day. And don't forget, Today in Gaming History, now part of our regular rotation of video releases in the evening. So if you miss it throughout the show, you can always catch up to see if Blabs got fired for the day. So find out tonight if Blabs got fired. You guys got anything before we roll out?
Nope.
Okay. You guys have
Tune
a great
in
rest.
tomorrow, or else you're gay.
Who's on tomorrow?
Oh, we got Asian Domination tomorrow. We have Tiny Panda Face and Philip Chan.
Ooh, all right.
All right. Extra Asian Domination. Love to see that. All right. You guys have a great rest of your day. Remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Do me a favor. Go get it. See you guys later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Fatality.